The human brain is an enigma, a universe contained within the confines of our skulls. It is the command center of our being, orchestrating everything from our heartbeat to our deepest emotions. The brain is responsible for our perception of the world, our ability to think and learn, and our capacity for love, joy, and sorrow. It is a testament to the power of biological evolution, a supercomputer billions of years in the making. Scientists and philosophers have been captivated by the brain for centuries, trying to unravel its mysteries. How does this fleshy organ give rise to consciousness? How does it store and process information with such efficiency? What is the nature of the mind, and how does it emerge from the physical matter of the brain? In this exploration of the human brain, we will delve into its structure and function, marveling at its complexity. We will explore the different regions of the brain and how they communicate to create our seamless experience of reality. We will also touch upon the brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt throughout our lives, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Join us on this journey as we unlock the mysteries of the human brain, the most complex object known to exist in the universe. To understand the human brain, it's helpful to view it through the lens of evolution. The human brain, like all vertebrate brains, is organized into three main parts: the brainstem, the cerebellum, and the cerebrum. This triune brain model, while a simplification of a much more complex reality, provides a useful framework for understanding the brain's basic organization. The brainstem, the oldest part of the brain from an evolutionary perspective, sits atop our spinal cord and is responsible for our most basic survival functions. It controls our breathing, heart rate, sleep-wake cycles, and reflexes like swallowing and sneezing. The brainstem is the unsung hero of our nervous system, working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep us alive. Sitting at the back of the brain, beneath the cerebrum, is the cerebellum. This little brain plays a crucial role in our motor control, balance, and coordination. It helps us execute smooth, coordinated movements, from walking and running to playing the piano or shooting a basketball. The cerebrum, the largest and most evolutionarily advanced part of the brain, is what we typically think of when we envision the brain. It is responsible for our higher-level cognitive functions, including language, memory, reasoning, and decision-making. The cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres, each controlling the opposite side of the body. The human brain is a network of billions of interconnected cells called neurons. These specialized cells are the fundamental units of the nervous system, responsible for transmitting information throughout the body. Neurons communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals, forming complex circuits that underlie our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Neurons have a unique structure that allows them to transmit information efficiently. They consist of a cell body, dendrites, and an axon. Dendrites are branch-like extensions that receive signals from other neurons. The axon is a long, slender projection that transmits signals away from the cell body. At the end of the axon are synapses, specialized junctions where neurons communicate with each other. When an electrical signal reaches the synapse, it triggers the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters cross the synaptic gap and bind to receptors on the dendrites of the receiving neuron, transmitting the signal. This intricate dance of electrical and chemical signaling allows neurons to communicate with each other with remarkable speed and precision. The brain's trillions of synaptic connections form a vast and intricate network that allows us to process information, learn new things, and experience the world around us. The cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, is further divided into four lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. Each lobe is specialized for different functions, contributing to the complex tapestry of human cognition. The frontal lobe, located at the front of the brain, is the seat of our higher-level cognitive abilities. It is responsible for planning, decision-making, working memory, and language production. The frontal lobe also plays a crucial role in our personality, social behavior, and moral judgment. Behind the frontal lobe lies the parietal lobe, which is responsible for processing sensory information from the body, including touch, temperature, pain, and pressure. The parietal lobe also plays a role in spatial awareness, navigation, and attention. The temporal lobe, located on the sides of the brain, is involved in auditory processing, language comprehension, and memory formation. This lobe is also home to the hippocampus, a seahorse-shaped structure that plays a crucial role in forming new memories. At the back of the brain lies the occipital lobe, which is dedicated to processing visual information. It receives input from our eyes and interprets that information to create our visual perception of the world. The occipital lobe allows us to recognize objects, perceive depth, and appreciate the beauty of a sunset. In Section 5, the adaptable brain, neuroplasticity and learning. For many years, scientists believed that the brain was relatively fixed in its structure and function after childhood. However, we now know that the brain is incredibly adaptable throughout our lives, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to change its structure and function in response to experience. Every time we learn something new, form a new memory, or engage in a new activity, our brain rewires itself, strengthening existing neural connections and forming new ones. This remarkable adaptability allows us to learn new skills, adapt to new environments, and recover from brain injuries. For example, if one area of the brain is damaged, other areas can sometimes compensate, taking over some of the lost functions. Neuroplasticity is a powerful force that shapes our brains throughout our lives. By engaging in challenging activities, seeking out new experiences, and remaining mentally active, we can enhance our brain's plasticity and maintain its health well into old age. Section 6. The mind-body connection, a two-way street. The relationship between the mind and body is a complex and fascinating one. While we often think of them as separate entities, the mind and body are inextricably linked. The brain, the physical organ of the mind, influences our physical health just as much as our physical health influences our brain. Stress, for example, is a mental state that can have profound effects on our physical health. When we experience stress, our brain releases hormones that trigger a cascade of physiological changes, including increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and suppressed immune function. Conversely, our physical health can also impact our mental well-being. Chronic pain, for example, can lead to depression and anxiety. Exercise, on the other hand, has been shown to have numerous mental health benefits, including reducing stress, improving mood, and boosting cognitive function. The mind-body connection highlights the importance of taking a holistic approach to our health. By taking care of both our mental and physical well-being, we can create a virtuous cycle that benefits our overall health and well-being. Section 7. Consciousness, the greatest mystery. Perhaps the most enduring mystery of the human brain is the nature of consciousness. How does this physical organ give rise to our subjective experience of the world, our sense of self, and our inner world of thoughts and feelings? Consciousness is difficult to define, let alone explain. It is often described as the state of being aware of oneself and one's surroundings. It is the feeling of what it is like to be you, experiencing the world from your unique perspective. Despite decades of research, the neural correlates of consciousness remain elusive. We know that certain brain regions, such as the thalamus and the prefrontal cortex, are involved in consciousness, but we are still far from understanding how these regions work together to create our subjective experience. Some scientists believe that consciousness is an emergent property of complex systems, arising from the interactions of billions of neurons. Others believe that consciousness may be a fundamental property of the universe, like space and time. The nature of consciousness is a question that has puzzled philosophers and scientists for centuries. While we may never fully unravel this mystery, the pursuit of understanding consciousness continues to drive brain research and deepen our appreciation for the wonders of the human mind. Section 8. When the brain malfunctions, neurological disorders. The human brain is a marvel of biological engineering, but like any complex system, it is vulnerable to malfunctions. Neurological disorders, which affect the brain and nervous system, can have a profound impact on our physical and mental well-being. Stroke, for example, occurs when blood flow to a part of the brain is interrupted, depriving brain cells of oxygen and nutrients. This can lead to a wide range of impairments depending on the area of the brain affected, including paralysis, speech difficulties, and memory loss. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. It is the most common cause of dementia, a general term for a decline in cognitive function that interferes with daily life. Parkinson's disease is another neurodegenerative disorder that affects movement. It is characterized by tremors, rigidity, slowness of movement, and difficulty with balance. Parkinson's disease is caused by the degeneration of dopamine-producing cells in the brain, leading to a deficiency of this important neurotransmitter. These are just a few examples of the many neurological disorders that can affect the human brain. These disorders highlight the fragility of the brain and the importance of protecting its health throughout our lives. Section 9, The Future of Brain Research, Unlocking New Frontiers. Despite the enormous strides we have made in understanding the human brain, much remains to be discovered. The future of brain research is filled with exciting possibilities as scientists develop new technologies and approaches to unravel the brain's remaining mysteries. One promising area of research is brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. BCIs are devices that allow communication between the brain and external devices such as computers or prosthetic limbs. BCIs hold the potential to restore lost function to people with paralysis, allow for more intuitive control of prosthetic limbs, and even enhance our cognitive abilities. Another area of active research is the development of new treatments for neurological disorders. Scientists are exploring a wide range of approaches, including gene therapy, stem cell therapy, and new drug therapies, to prevent, treat, and potentially even cure these debilitating conditions. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is also playing an increasingly important role in brain research. AI algorithms are being used to analyze massive datasets of brain imaging data, revealing patterns and insights that would be impossible for humans to discern. AI is also being used to develop more sophisticated models of the brain, which could lead to new breakthroughs in our understanding of how the brain works. Section 10. The Ethical Implications of Brain Research. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the human brain, it is crucial to consider the ethical implications of our scientific pursuits. Brain research has the potential to revolutionize our lives, but it also raises profound ethical questions that we must grapple with as a society. One concern is the potential for brain-enhancing technologies to exacerbate existing social inequalities. If these technologies become available, will they be accessible to everyone, or will they only be within reach of the wealthy and privileged? What are the ethical implications of using such technologies to enhance cognitive abilities? And could this lead to a widening of the gap between the haves and have-nots? Another ethical concern is the potential for brain research to be used for malicious purposes. Could brain-computer interfaces, for example, be used to control people's thoughts or actions against their will? As our understanding of the brain grows, so too does our responsibility to ensure that this knowledge is used for good and not for harm. The ethical implications of brain research are complex and far-reaching. It is essential that we engage in thoughtful and informed public discourse about these issues to ensure that brain research is conducted ethically and responsibly. Section 11. Conclusion. The brain, our final frontier. The human brain is the most complex and enigmatic object known to exist in the universe. It is the seat of our consciousness, the source of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and the organ that makes us uniquely human. While we have made remarkable progress in understanding the brain, much remains to be discovered. The brain is the final frontier of scientific exploration, and the journey to unlock its mysteries is just beginning. As we continue to explore the brain, we will undoubtedly make new and groundbreaking discoveries that will transform our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. But perhaps more importantly, our exploration of the brain will force us to confront profound questions about the nature of consciousness, the meaning of life, and our place in the cosmos. The brain is the ultimate mystery, and it is a mystery that will continue to captivate and inspire us for generations to come.